I'd like to have a more meaningful conversation with my computer. You know, maybe it wants to ask me some questions about myself and then remember how I answered it. And maybe, you know, it might want to have a little conversation with me. So now we need to talk about how we can have our computer not only ask us a question, but we can provide information using the keyboard as an answer, and then have output given to us so that we can see what our computer is thinking. And to do that in this program, we're going to use something called the scanner. The scanner is thought of as sort of an easier way to get information in and out of your computer. But in order to use the scanner, we do have to import something. So what we're going to import now is a Java, all one word, all small letters, .util. That is not until, it's util, as in utilities, and I'm just going to do star. Star means everything. It's a wildcard. So import everything from java.util. And you see I have a program started here. The name of my program will be terminal_input. Remember, this name, just like a variable, can't start with a number or a symbol. It can't have any spaces in it. And so I've used an underscore here. And then I have the main section of my program ready to go. So for starters, I have to think through what I want this program to do. So I want it to be a short conversation. Maybe I want my computer to ask me some questions. So I'll have some variables set up. All of these variables are going to be strings because it's a conversation that's happening with my computer. So I'll have my computer ask me my name. So a good variable name to store that information in would be name. And let's have it ask me for my hobby. So I'll have two variables. Notice that it's okay if I declare both of those variables as on one line as strings. My computer will understand this. Some programmers like to put in a comment here that says declare variables, and this is just a courtesy. In longer programs, it's nice for other programmers to see in their own native language what's happening. So we'll say that. And then to read information in from the keyboard, Scanner uses a command called next line. So in order to do that, this will look a little strange at first. Scanner is the name of the type, of the data type. Just like I use string here, scanner is the data type here. The variable that I'm going to create now is going to be used to get information from the keyboard. So I like to call that variable input because I'm trying to read information in from the keyboard. But you can call it whatever you want. Now this is going to look really creepy at first, but after a while you'll just get used to typing it. So new is a keyword, and scanner is the name of the class that we're using, or the class that we're using. And so I'm going to say new scanner, and system.in lets my computer know that this information will be coming in from the keyboard. So you can use files here, you can use different things inside of these parentheses as input, but we're going to use system in because we're going to be typing into the keyboard. And now I can say name. The variable always goes on the left side. Equals assigns value, just like in math class, x equals 3 would assign a value of 3 to x. In Java, equals is going to assign a value to this variable name. And I'm going to say input because that's the name of my scanner. Input dot next line. Line has a capital L. So currently, all that will happen here is there will be a prompt at the bottom of my computer. So that's not really the way that we talk to people. What I'm going to do before, because everything in Java programming is very linear, so it follows from top to bottom here, before I read that input in, maybe I should tell the person, the user, what I want. So I'll say system.out.print, what is your name? Okay, this, I put a space after it, I put what is your name in quotation marks. This will make what is your name appear on my screen, and then when it goes to the next line, whatever they type in will be read in. So that's how I can ask for the name. I'm going to run this just to see if it works. So if I hit run, if I haven't saved it yet, it will tell me, uh-oh, this is public, it should be saved, because I forgot to save it. So I'll go File, Save As, and it put my name of my program, terminal_input with .java extension. Now we're ready to run. It says, what is your name? And then I see I have a blinking cursor. So I'll type in my name, Xavier. And that's it. It read my name in and nothing happened. So if I want to do the same thing for hobby, I can do system.out.print, what is your hobby? And just like I did with name, I can read in the hobby, into the hobby variable. I'll do input dot next line. Now my computer knows my name and my hobby. And just to make sure that's all working right, I'm going to put in a system.out.println, and I will say hello with a space and end quote. And then I want to put on there the person's name. Well, I don't know what they're going to type in, so I'm going to use the variable name. Put in another plus sign, quote, and I'm going to need a space after that name appears, so I'll put in a space first. I also enjoy space, end quote, and now I can put the hobby on there. Let's just look at what that looks like when we run it. What is my name? I'll say Lori. What is my hobby? I like to play. It says, hello Lori, I also enjoy play. Well, that doesn't make a lot of sense. So if I wanted to, I could put a plus with a little ing at the end. Maybe even some emotion. Now when I run it, put in my name, put in my hobby. Hello, Lori, I also enjoy playing. So you can have as many variables up here as you want, and now you feel like you kind of have a relationship going with your computer. Look, my computer also enjoys my hobby. Who knew? So I would encourage you to add some more variables. Maybe your computer wants to know what kind of food you like, or something like that. Anything you put in, you can read it, store it in a variable, and your computer can print it out however you want. So have fun.